Let's face it, pump foiling is not the cheapest thing to do, and especially for those who have been in the game for longer, have already bought a lot of front wings. And we see the market going up, like from Axis, the ultra high carbon modulus mast for almost 3 grand is like insane, but also the pricing is insane. And not everybody has this much money to spend. So Mark called me and he said if I want to test a wing to pump with it, and I said yeah, sure. I love testing new stuff, and it was really interesting to see he will go on the other way. He will really have a competitive pricing.
It's 2024 and my business coach says I have to go all in and show myself instead of behind the computer. So here it is. Alright, and yeah, I'm grateful that you come test with us and have some fun.
And so I tested this front wing with my Indiana board, and it was very nice. I think the size, the 1350, is like very good for beginners, but also if you pump longer, it's like a good compromise. I myself ride a Cyrus 1560, but it's already quite big, so like 1350 or like 1400, what we see with Axis, I think are like a very good compromise between glide and also the ability to turn and to maneuver it. So I was positively surprised. It's like a carbon front wing and it rides very well, it glides, and it's still very agile. I can go and turn and going on curves. I guess it always takes some time to get used to a wing, but this wing I think is very good. So for the money you pay, you will get a lot of foil to say, and he will price it like with the board below 1,000. And so I think this is a very good price for beginners, for people who want to get into pump foiling but didn't have the money to do it. Then this is like a very great option to go very low in the pricing. So this is no paid advertisement. I just thought it would be great to test a new prototype, and also I think it's good to support like companies or brands that are trying to go for competitive pricing. Mark runs surfdeal.ch. He will bring it out, another brand of Fit Ocean, and it will be probably ready in like springtime being shipped. So if you're looking for like a foil system with a very good pricing for pumping, I think that's like a very good way to go. You have different options to shim the stabilizer and also to shim the front wing, I think, which is very helpful. Gong, for example, you can't shim the stabilizer or the front wing, you can only shim the mast. This is great. What I see as a minor disadvantage is like the mast and the mast plate or the mast connector to the board are 2 separate pieces, and you will always have like a little instability if you have 2 pieces. So it's better to have only 1 piece, but for the price he will put it out. I think it's like insane pricing, and that's why it shouldn't bother you too much, especially as a beginner or as an intermediate pump foiler, you don't notice it. So the whole setup is stiff, and I reached like almost 1 minute without even trying to go very long. So in winter times with my wetsuit, I think pumping for 1 minute is a good time. So I guess in summer you can also pump like more like 2 or 3 minutes with the setup, which shows like it's a very good thing. It's like carbon, the design is good. So if you're looking for a good option, this should be it. Otherwise, we also tried a smaller front wing, 1150, which is also great if you want to have it a bit more agile, but of course you will lose a little bit of glide. And I also tested like a different stabilizer. It's from Wing Foiling, and it has an interesting design. It was really nice. You have a bit more glide, and you could still turn because the shape was like kind of like this, which I never saw, but which looked kind of interesting. I think if you could make it a little bit thinner, it would be a great option as a stabilizer as well. This was very interesting to test. It was freaking cold, but I love to get out. I haven't been pump foiling much, but I will go to Cape Verde and see if I can learn a beach start there with the waves. Otherwise I will be kiting. Thank you very much for watching, for subscribing, for liking. You can always ask anything. Feel free to write it in the comments. Have a great day. May the foil be with you always.